All right, well, I'm just going to tell you this right now. The amount of profanity that's involved in a healthy, successful marriage catches you off guard at some limit. I had no fucking idea. There's so much profanity involved that I think we are morally obligated to change the vow. And do you, Susan, promise to love, hold, cherish, and to cuss this motherfucker out each and every day? I do, and I will. There's a design defect in marriage is what I'm trying to say. I mean, ultimately, kind of women don't like men and men don't like women, but we should get married and live together forever. And that's kind of the problem here. It's that design defect is one of the reasons I'm positive my wife can be driving down the street, minding her own business, and it hits her. Hey, that motherfucker seemed happy today. I have 2 kids, but before you have kids, I was reading this article and they're talking about that kids will, they'll just come up to you and one day they'll say this thing and it'll make all your hard work and sacrifice worthwhile. Apparently, I don't have those kind of kids, but I do have 2 kids. My 3-year-old came up to me the other day and said, "Dad, you look just like Shrek." You know what's fucked up about that joke? If you saw it from my perspective, you would feel bad for me, because what I hear is, that's what I see. Oh shit. It starts as a joke and it kind of crescendos into like a scientific inquiry. Whoa, that motherfucker does look like and when you think about it, the universe is endless. I mean, you could be like a lion or a shark or Vin Diesel or, all these other guys. I got Shrek. If you were making shit up, that would be the last one. Shrek, fucking a green ogre. Anyway, my 13-year-old did say the other day, she says, "And my friends think you look like Vin Diesel, but fat." That's good. Anyway, what's happened to texting? Thank you for that love. You're like, he is fat, Vin Diesel. What's happened to texting? Texting. It used to matter. You would get a text and it was important shit. Life-altering, some big stuff like, "Dude, the cocaine is here." But not anymore. Not anymore. I got a text from my wife the other day that said, and I quote, "Don't put the groceries away when you get home." So I texted back, "And I won't fuck the dog up the ass either." I like it. See, I wasn't going to ever put the groceries away. Wasn't going to fuck my dog up the ass either. But if I was going to fuck my dog up the ass, who would report me? It's not like the dog can go to the police department and file a report. That's so wrong. I like it. I'll tell you one thing, though, that has improved with texting and driving. It's like a fucking adventure or a Disneyland ride, except a scary as fuck one. You're like, oh, shit. Oh, shit, God, please don't ever do it again. Oh, God, no. Send. What's the number? Seriously, what's the number? 600? 630? Motherfuckers you've almost killed texting and driving? You know what I mean? You do these crazy fucking calculations, dude, like, oh, I can, you're like, I can get this out before that car stops in front of me. And it's the one thing that you routinely do where you're like, oh my God, I almost killed that motherfucker. And you do it every fucking day. But there's nothing you can do to prevent it. Nothing. No way to prevent texting and driving. Anyway, I was on the internet the other day, which is the classy way of saying I was getting ready to jack off. I love that joke because it's so fucking true. It's so true. If women don't understand how much we like to jack off. In fact, I can sum it up in one word. We love to jack off a lot. And if you remove like the social limitations, we love to jack off a lot. My wife and kids were going on vacation last week, literally going on vacation. My wife's got the kids in the car, and I'm walking her to the door, you know, because the minute they go out the door, I'm qualified for the world championships of jacking off. You know, so I'm like, get out the fucking door. So we're going, and I got the door, and she's walking out, and she keeps stopping. So I got the door, and she stops in the door, and she's like, oh, and I'm going to donate bone marrow to a complete stranger, and I'm going to cure AIDS, and bye-bye. And I'm going to jack off 3 times today. Today, not today. Today. Anyway, while I was on the internet, in between working out, I came across an article. An article on crawling helmets. Have you seen these? These are helmets. This whole article was about crawling helmets. They're helmets that parents buy for their kids to prevent them from suffering brain damage while they're learning to crawl. Yeah. And the article asked, do children need crawling helmets? The answer is, of course not. Because if your child is at risk of suffering brain damage from crawling, that motherfucker's already retarded. And I don't mean learning disabled, I mean old school drooling. Oh, Jimmy would have been just fine if he had a crawling helmet. No, Jimmy needed fucking DNA. That motherfucker needed DNA. So I was at, I watch a lot of movies, and I was watching The Hunger Games. Have you seen this? It's been the #1 movie in America for 9 years. Hunger Games, now understand the premise for those of you who haven't seen it. It's a movie about people being so hungry in the future that they have to compete for food. Compete for food in cities. And in the whole movie of The Hunger Games, there's not a single Latino in the whole fucking world. And not only is there no Latinos, in the crowd scenes, there's no black people, no Asians. Which proves that when push comes to shove, white people will eat you. They will eat you. That's what I love about white people. I can say this because I'm half white, half black, and say what the fuck I'm on. What I love about white people is they will commit to some shit. You know what I mean? It's like, let's make sure we're not just denying real jobs. Let's also make sure we're denying fake jobs too. You know, it's ugly. Ugly. Speaking of jobs, there is going to be a job opening very soon at Starbucks because I'm going to kill the fucking barista. Primarily because that motherfucker has held me hostage for the last fucking time. Oh, would you like your coffee? Yeah, just want my coffee. Oh, how about a decaf? No, motherfucker, I get a coffee every single fucking day. He drives me crazy. He knows the name of my third cousin. Do you know why he knows the name of my third cousin? He fucking asked. He drives me crazy. And it's worse than that. Not only will he hold you hostage, he then has upped the ante by doing this little thing. Would you like to give $1 to charity? Oh. So you're sitting there, you're like, oh, okay. If I say yes, then he's pressured me into giving $1 to charity. If I say no, then everyone knows I'm a cheap fuck. So you're torn. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. The key though, is to kill them with kindness and treat them just how they treat you. Because also when you say no, what does he say? Thank you. Thank you. I didn't say yes, I said no. So you have to kill them and treat them with kindness. Would you like to give $1 to charity? Fuck no. Thank you though. I'm Michael Fletcher. That's what I got.